Hi children, welcome to our English class. Well, today we are going to know what is success and how we overcome our failures and lead towards success. Okay, success. How do we get success? Is there any planning to get succeed? Many people always thinks about success. Yeah, it's very nice to think about success, but how will you get succeed in your life? Every person at some age or at some point of time will face the most important and crucial periods in his life or in their lives. In those times, what you do, what you decide, what you decide will be determined. Why it should be determined? Why? Because it takes your life to go well settled in your life. And here the question is whether you have a proper, a perfect and a solid planning for your life. And here I would like to tell you some of the things. Number one, your solid planning of your life should be a deep belief in you, in your own dignity, in your own worth, and to own your own somebodyness. You have to create that you are somebody. You have to know to every person that you are somebody and you have identity. It means never allow anybody to make you nobody. You should create your own identity. Feel that you have count. Feel that you have worth. Assume that your life has a certain signification and a meaning. Secondly, you should remember a basic principle in your life. What is that? A determination to achieve something in your field. You have to decide that what will you do in your life? What will be the biggest achievement in your life? It should be planned properly and organizedly. Don't measure the size that you are small. No matter that you will win or fail, don't worry about the failures. But be the best what you are. Be the best what you can do. Okay, from Unit B reading, today we are going to know about some successful stories. The title is Every Success Story is Also a Story of Great Failures. Failure is the highway to success, Tom Watson Sr. said. If you want to succeed, double your failure rate. If you study history, you will find that all stories of success are also stories of great failures. But people don't see the failures. Nobody see the failures. They only see one side of the picture. They only see the one side of the coin. And they say that person got lucky. He must have been at the right place at the right time. That is why he got succeeded. The public opinion will be always like this only. Here, let me share someone's life history with you. This was a man who failed in business at the age of 21, was defeated in a legislative race at age 22, failed again in business at age 24, overcame the death of his sweetheart at age 26, had a nervous breakdown at age 27, lost a congressional race at age 34, lost a senatorial race at age 45, failed in an effort to become vice president at age 47, lost the senatorial race at age 49, and he was elected president of United States at the age of 52. This man was Abraham Lincoln. Would you call him a failure? He could have quit. But to Abraham Lincoln, defeat was a debtor and not a dead end. What is it? Defeat was a debtor and not a dead end. And now let's know about one more person, Lee Deforest. In 1913, Lee Deforest, the inventor of the Troyes tube, was charged by the district attorney for using fraudulent means to mislead the public in buying stocks of his company by claiming that he could transmit the human voice across the Atlantic. He was publicly humiliated. Can you imagine where we would be without his invention? Okay, now let us know about Wright brothers. Once, a New York Times editorial on December 10th, 1903 questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers. Who questioned? A New York Times editorial questioned the wisdom of Wright brothers, who were trying to invent a machine heavier than air that would fly. 1 week later at Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers took their famous flight. See how they faced all the criticism and took everything positively. Here, let us know about one more great personality, Colonel Sanders. He is very famous. Colonel Sanders, at age 65, with a beat-up car and a $100 check from Social Security, realized he had to do something. At the age of 65, he remembered his mother's recipe and went out selling. How many doors did he have to knock on before he got his first order? Can you guess? It is estimated that he had knocked on more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. How many of us quit after 3 tries, 10 tries and 100 tries, and then we say we tried as hard as we could, but we failed? And now let's know about this personality. As a young cartoonist, Walt Disney faced many rejections from newspaper editors who said he had no talent. One day, a minister at church hired him to draw some cartoons. Disney was working out of a small infested shed near the church. After seeing a small mouse, he was inspired. That was the start of Mickey Mouse. See, successful people do not do great things. They do only small things in a great way that may lead them to succeed. Now let's know about this person. Henry Ford. He forgot to put the reverse gear in the first car he made. Do you consider these people failures? They succeeded in spite of problems, not in the absence of them. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. The outside people and the public will think they are lucky. That's why they become famous. But it is not like that. All success stories are stories of great failures. Every person might have a great failure in his life. The only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. Whenever we fail, we should not sit idle. Oh, I couldn't do it like this. We should not think like that. We should bounce back and face that failure to lead to success. This is called failing forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward. You learn your failure and keep moving. Yes, you learn and move forward. Learn from your failure and keep moving on. Now let's know about this famous person, Thomas Alva Edison. You know Thomas Alva Edison? Thomas Alva Edison in 1914 at age 67 lost his factory, which was worth a few $1 million on fire. It had very little insurance, No longer a young man, Thomas Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in the smoke and said, when that factory was burning in front of his eyes, he was telling that there is a great value in disaster. He considered that burning of his factory as a disaster. There is a great value in that disaster also. He can see the value in that disaster. All our mistakes, he is telling to his colleagues and his friends who are working with him, all our mistakes are burnt up. Thank God we can start anew. In spite of disaster, in spite of this much loss to Thomas Edison, 3 weeks later he invented the phonograph. What an attitude he has. What an attitude he has. We have to salute him. Okay, below are more examples of the failures of successful people. See here, Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times while he was working on the light bulb. Can you imagine? 10,000 times he failed while he was working on light bulb. Now let's know about Henry Ford. Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford at the age of 54. But he didn't stop. Young Beethoven was told that he had no talent of music, but he gave some of the best music to the world. See what an attitude they have. See what a courage they have. No hurdle had stopped them towards reaching their success. Setbacks are inevitable in life. A setback can act as a driving force and also teaches humility. You know what are the setbacks? Difficulties in life are very common. A setback can act as a driving force. When you learn from the failure, it will become as a driving force and teach you how to live, how to succeed. In grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. We need to learn to become victors, not victims. Fear and doubt short circuit the mind. If you fear, your mind will be if you got feared, your mind will be short circuited. Fear and doubt short circuit the mind. Mind it. You should not fear at any of your movement when you take some decisions in your life towards success. Ask yourself after every setback. When you fail, you ask yourself, you question yourself, what did I learn from this experience? Only then you will be able to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. When you fall down, just correct that mistake. The motivation to succeed comes from the burning desires to achieve a purpose. Once Napoleon Hill wrote, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. What did he write? Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Whatever you think in your mind for your success, then only you can achieve it. When you don't think anything about your success and when you don't try anything about your success, how will you get success? Here I would like to tell a short story of Socrates. You know all about Socrates. Okay, he is Socrates. Once a young man asked Socrates the secret of success. One day a young man came to Socrates and asked the secret to success. Socrates told the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. Okay, that young man came to the river bank, they met. Then Socrates asked the young man to walk with him towards the river. When the water got up to their necks, Socrates took the young man by surprise and ducked him into the water. The boy struggled to get out, but Socrates was very strong and kept him there until the boy started turning blue. Socrates pulled his head out of water, and first thing the young man did was to gasp and take a deep breath of air. Socrates asked, what did you want the most when you were there inside water? That boy replied, air. Socrates said, that is the secret to success. When you want success as badly as you wanted the air, then you will get it. There is no secret. When you want to do something good, you have to do that. You have to face it. You have whatever the thing you have to face it, and you will get success. There is no secret to get success. Yes, a burning desire is the starting point of all accomplishments. Just like a small fire cannot give much heat, a weak desire cannot produce great result. You should have great desire inside you. You should have great desire inside you. Then only you will be succeed. You will reach your starting point. You must have burning desire, not a small fire in your mind and heart. It must be bigger, that must burn always. Then only you will get success in your life. So, my dear children, here let us know about author of this reading, Shiv Khera. He is an Indian author of self-help books and activist. While working in United States, he was inspired by a lecture delivered by Norman Vincent Peale and followed his motivational teachings. Khera has written several books including You Can Win. His mission is to ensure freedom through education and justice. Shiv Khera was born in a business family which used to have coal mines at Khandwa in Dhanbad, India. Soon after the nationalization of coal mines by the Indian government, he had to search for his own living. In his early years, he worked as a car washer, a life insurance agent, and a franchise operator before he became a motivational speaker. So, my dear friends, finally, your proper, perfect planning of your life should be commitment to eternal principles. Now, what are these eternal principles? They are beauty, love, and justice. Beauty towards the nature, love towards your fellow man, justice to all. Life is not a crystal star. We have to keep moving on and on. Can't fly? Run. Can't run? walk. Can't walk? At least crawl. But keep on moving. That will be the real success key of your life. So, my dear children, you got many things understood, and I hope that you like this reading very much. Thanks for watching the video. Bye bye. See you in our next video.